He is the current richest man on Earth as of now. All started from his childhood fantasies of the outer space, to the realization of reusable space rockets, and the thinking of changing humans to cyborgs. Hi! Welcome to Squareflix. Stay with us as we take you through the early days and achievements of Elon Musk. If you love our informative content, please do visit our channel often and hit the subscribe button. Remember to ring that notification bell right now so you won't miss any of our future videos. Elon Reeve Musk was born in Pretoria, South Africa on the 28th of June 1971. His father Errol Musk was an engineer, a sailor and a pilot by profession. His mother May Helderman Musk, originally from Canada, was a model. Elon had a younger brother called Kimball, and Tosca a younger sister. He was a solitary child and a big dreamer. At a very early age, he developed a passion for science fiction and fantasy books, which shaped his thinking and future life aspirations. When they were young, Elon's father refused to buy a computer in his household. Luckily, Elon got a Commodore VIC-20 PC as a gift when he is about 10. At 11 years of age, he quickly taught himself how to write computer codes. This led him to develop his first TV game called Blaster when he was 12, which he later sold for $500 to trade publication PC and Office Technology magazine. During his early school days, Elon was hospitalized after being pushed down the school stairs by some bullies. He then made up his mind to fight back, so he joined the wrestling, karate and judo clubs in order to learn self-defense techniques, which will enable him to fight back anytime he is attacked by the school bullies. Elon's parents divorced in 1979, just 9 years after their official marriage. Because Elon felt that his mother got more out of the divorce settlements, so he chose to stay with his father, out of sympathy, and that was a choice Elon lived to regret as his father continued his abusive ways. After acquiring a Canadian passport with the help of his mother, he then chose to leave South Africa in 1988 to join his mother in Canada. Elon took the decision to leave South Africa due to abuse he suffered under his broken father, coupled with his dislike of the then South African apartheid government policy of compulsory military service by white African youths. Elon's mother May, presently in her late 60s, has been making waves in the modeling industry in Canada and America. Kimball, his brother, is a successful entrepreneur of note, as well. Tosca, Elon's only sister, owns a movie production company called Passionflix. Elon has always refused to openly speak about his father Errol, so lately, much has not been known about Elon's father. Elon moved to Canada without enough cash, so he turned to his maternal relatives for help. At first he had to work in a farm and later worked as a bank clerk, saved up some money and enrolled in Queen's University in Ontario. After 2 years in Ontario, he switched to University of Pennsylvania in Philadelphia, USA in 1992 on a scholarship. Bearing in mind his financial situation, his entrepreneurial consciousness kicked in immediately. Elon and his roommate, Adair Ressi, rented a 10-room fraternity house off campus at a very cheap price, which they converted to a students' nightclub. This business venture helped in taking care of Elon's finances in campus. After graduating with a bachelor's degree in physics and economics, he proceeded to enroll at Stanford University in California for his PhD in energy physics. But after only 2 days in school, Elon left Stanford University because he felt that the internet had much more potential to be explored than him accumulating more and more academic certificates. Elon Musk believed the internet was definitely about to change the way humans do practically everything, so he started thinking out of the box. Just before the tech bubble began, Elon's burning desire for internet and computer creativity made him to apply for a job in Netscape Communications Corporation, owners of the famously known Netscape Navigator browser. When he failed to secure a job in various internet companies that was existing back in the mid-90s, Elon turned his mind to the old thoughts of, if you can't get a job, you should create one. This led him and his brother, Kimball, to establish a web startup called the Global Link Information Network. The web application's design back then shows that it more like a predecessor to the mobile maps that are existing in mobile phones of today. Their office space was located in Palo Alto, California. It was in this space that they worked from as early tech entrepreneurs and slept on the office couch at night, since they could not afford to pay for a separate apartment where they could live as bachelors. It was not easy to get the Yellow Pages to buy into their web services idea, but Elon and Kimball stuck to their guns. Fortunately for them, in early 1996, the venture capital firm More Davidow Ventures invested $3 million in the company and changed the name to Zip2. The venture capitalist fund injection ensured the development of Zip2 services across the whole of US. With this success, Elon and Kimball were able to convince the New York Times and other locally based newspaper publishers to use Zip2 for their daily newspaper dispatch. This user partnership grew the Zip2 user base exponentially. After 4 years of proving growth and efficiency, they eventually sold Zip2 to American computer company Compaq for about $307 million. Elon's quest did not stop. He then came up with a disruptive online banking idea that will shape the future of client money transfers. This idea gave birth to X.com, which merged with Confinity to become PayPal. Elon, as the CEO of PayPal, came up with a wonderful idea of user referral compensation of $20 for any customer who could convince a friend to join PayPal. This move attracted about 200,000 clients within 2 months of online operations. PayPal's presence and online growth led to its acquisition by eBay in 2002 for $1.5 billion. Elon Musk made $165 million from that transaction as the largest shareholder in PayPal. Cashing in on the sales of PayPal, Elon celebrated his milestone by buying a $1 million Mercedes McLaren, which he later smashed while on a drive with fellow tech millionaire Peter Thiel. Setting his eyes to the outer space, SpaceX was his next venture. His idea is to use SpaceX to make humans a multiplanetary species that can colonize Mars and elsewhere in the galaxy. This idea was dismissed by many business and academic acquaintances of Elon Musk, calling him a hallucinating rich entrepreneur. To prove his critics wrong, Elon looked to Russia for supply of reusable ICBMs. But what initially attracted him to the Russians was their ability to produce cheaper and safe ICBMs. With several trips to Russia and failing to secure a deal with the Russians, Elon recruited the best space scientists from NASA, Boeing, and TWA. SpaceX started designing reusable components and shuttles for space transportation and further scientific exploration. Elon's success opened doors for his siblings and immediate family, so when his cousins, Peter and Lyndon Rive, pitched the idea of a solar panel manufacturing and installation to him in 2006, and he quickly bankrolled their working capital, and today SolarCity is one of the reputable solar panel installers in the USA. Thanks to Elon, their solar panel idea became a reality. After driving the T0 prototype, an electric car that was powered by the lithium-made batteries, Elon developed serious interest in commercializing the car. But that interest led him to Martin Eberhard and Mark Tarpenning, the original creators of Tesla. This remarkable meeting propelled the Tesla brand to greater heights. The partnership that was formed with Elon Musk gave the men the exposure and the funding they mostly needed. While Martin Eberhard was at the helm of Tesla, the company was bleeding capital. By then, Tesla production line was high up on innovation, and upon the release of the Tesla Roadsters in 2008, the world plunged into financial recession. As a true entrepreneur, Elon had to take some drastic measures, and in the weakness of the 2008 financial depression, he changed things in Tesla so quickly, and became the CEO of Tesla. He moved on to save the collapsing motor company with his personal money. Elon personally saved Tesla from bankruptcy by investing his $40 million into Tesla and loaned the company $40 million more. Even though Elon and his companies were facing bankruptcy, he believed in his dream and kept on attempting to launch his space shuttle. As the universe will have it, after several failures, on the 28th of September 2008, the fourth flight of the Falcon 9 rocket was successfully launched into the orbit. This initial success was followed by SpaceX securing a $1.5 billion contract from NASA to deliver supplies into the space station, a move by the Barack Obama government to save American companies and safeguard jobs during the financial depression. With the successful launch of the SpaceX, Elon ignited the birth of Starlink in 2015. He mentioned the Starlink idea, which is to firstly launch about 4,000 Starlink broadband satellites to low Earth orbit to provide people around the world with low-cost internet access. Subsequent to a successful launch of Starlink prototype satellites previously, 60 Starlink broadband satellites was successfully launched again into the orbit, with the SpaceX Falcon 9 shuttle in May 2019. To crown it all, Tesla finally found more outside interested potential investors. By 2010, the financial crisis was behind Elon and his companies, so he set sail on the New York Stock Exchange for Tesla IPO and was able to raise $226 million, Tesla becoming the first automotive company to go public after Ford in 1956. Elon sold personal shares worth around $15 million in the floor in order to get his personal finances back on track. Shortly after the Tesla IPO, the sales of the Tesla electric car started soaring, and things quickly got back to normal in the company. With stability in his horizon, Elon continued to play a vital role in other companies that he founded with so many other colleagues. In 2013, he started the project that will innovate a better mode of transport that can match the speed of sound, reaching the hypersonic speed, with the ability to take people from San Francisco to Los Angeles under 30 minutes. For a start, Elon merged the workforce in Tesla and SpaceX to create Hyperloop's main workforce. The Hyperloop capsules filled with cars or passengers would be propelled along a large pneumatic tube at an incredibly high speed. These giant tubes would be built above ground, almost like an elevated railway, and would connect America's largest cities, San Francisco and Los Angeles, New York and Washington, and New York and Boston. Currently, several infrastructural edifices has been erected in respect of this mega-million project that is aimed to start operations in the nearest future. Elon also confirmed in 2017 that he has reached a partial agreement with the US government to build a Hyperloop tunnel that will go from New York to Washington, D.C. Elon's inventive interest covers so many facets. OpenAI is an artificial intelligence research laboratory founded by Elon Musk and co-founders of Neuralink. The company is working on a sewing machine-like device, capable of implanting very thin threads into the brain. It is projected that these implants could help in curing paralysis, deafness, blindness, and other disabilities. Elon explained that the long-term objective is to achieve synergy with artificial intelligence. The end game is to build a chip that can have the ability to integrate the human brain with artificial intelligence. The neural lace will be designed as a wearable implantable chip that could be implanted in a human skull or in the most complex human organ, with thousands of electrodes to help treat neurological disorders. It has already earned $158 million in funding, of which $100 million was directly from Elon Musk, and has already employed a workforce of 90 outstanding people. The goal is to create a chip with the ability for humans to communicate with artificial intelligence. Elon shares the thinking that humans should become cyborgs or risk irrelevant with time. Musk identified Los Angeles road congestion and what he sees as shortcomings to the new two-dimensional transportation system was his early motivation for the TBC project. The Boring Company, also known as TBC, is a company founded by Elon Musk in 2016. It digs under-earth tunnels. Its existing and planned projects are designed for mobility based on Loop and Hyperloop, with Loops serving autonomous electric vehicles and vac trains serving Hyperloops. One tunnel for Hyperloop and Loop testing in Los Angeles County has been completed, and another tunnel for Loop is under construction in Las Vegas. 2 additional tunnels are awaiting authorization, one linking Washington, D.C. Loop and Hyperloop to Baltimore, and another tunnel linking Dodger Stadium to the rest of Los Angeles with Loop. The business, now known as TBC, acquired a $48.7 million contract from the Las Vegas Convention and Visitors Authority in May 2019 to construct an underground loop system to move individuals around the Las Vegas Convention Center. Initially, the Boring Company was incorporated as a SpaceX subsidiary, but later became a standalone. According to the Boring Company, the express connection will operate at speeds of up to 155 miles per hour, meaning a journey which usually takes half an hour at peak times could take just 3 minutes. A normal journey of around 4 to 5 hours by car could take under 2 hours in a Hyperloop with little to no carbon emissions. Romance was not as cozy as it should be for Elon Musk. By 2008, Elon's marriage to his university sweetheart, who is an author and just a year younger than Elon, was on the decline. His marriage to Jennifer Justine Wilson took a turn when their first boy child together as parents died due to sudden infant death syndrome. Even though they were later blessed with 5 healthy boys in total. Elon's deep thoughts of imagination and work ethics kept him away from the woman and the family he created. Justine kept complaining of lack of family attention, and Elon was unbothered, and continued to remind her that he is the alpha in their relationship. She equally highlighted that Elon treated her as just another office staff. Elon's sudden change of attitude made Justine fall into depression. And not long after that, all her feelings of mistrust was confirmed shortly after her divorce with Elon. In 2008, she then found out that Elon deceived her into signing a postnuptial agreement that made her lose all financial rights as Elon Musk's wife. It became very obvious that Elon forced that action back then to protect his future anticipated fortunes in X.com merger with Confinity, which gave birth to PayPal that was sold to eBay. Soon after concluding his divorce with Justine, Elon met Talia Riley Milburn in a London nightclub while on a business trip. He proposed to Talia Riley 10 days later, and they tied the knots in 2010 against the wish of Doug Milburn, the father of Talia, who was never in support of their marriage. Doug Milburn initially spotted Elon as a rich playboy. But his daughter went against her father's wish and got married to Elon. Their union was as rocky as Elon's first marriage, and in 2013 they took a break from their relationship. As things unfolded, Elon went back to remarry Talia Riley again a year later. The reunion was never meant to be, so the marriage came to an abrupt end in 2016 after their official divorce. Concluding his divorce with Talia, Elon quietly started seeing actress Amber Heard, who was about divorcing her then boyfriend. In August 2017, Amber's divorce from Johnny Depp was concluded, so Elon and Amber pulled off an open celebrity power date, but due to their busy schedules, the pair broke up their love nest in January 2018. After Elon's last divorce, it took a while for him to openly appear to be in the dating game again. Elon and Canadian musician Claire Boucher, known as Grimes, started dating in May 2018. In the same month, Grimes revealed that she had changed her name to C, the speed of light sign, supposedly on Elon's behalf. Elon and Grimes have been praising each other and professing love for one another. Having shared her baby bump on social media some months back, on May 4, 2020, Grimes gave birth to their son, with Musk confirming that they had called the boy XAEA12. Later in the month, after it was announced that a name with a number would not be approved by the state of California, the duo said they were changing the name of their son to XAEA Roman sign 12. Elon is not a perfect, infallible hero. Although a brilliant creator of extraordinary vision and capability, he is also a very tough man to work for. These were the remarks of some of his employers. He works long hours in a week, and he expects his engineers to work crazy hours, too. In May 2020, Elon weathered a storm of controversy over his decision to reopen his Tesla Motors manufacturing facility in Fremont, California, after a 2-month COVID-19 closure. This was in disobedience to an Alameda County administrator who ruled that Tesla was not an essential business and should remain closed due to the region's pandemic lockdown instructions. Often perceived as impatient with his workers, and when under stress, Elon sometimes fires people on the spot for what he considers as incompetence, while others might describe the same as very minor mistakes. While controversies and ill-considered public statements have been made, there have been few serious errors in the execution of core businesses. There is now nothing to slow down Elon as he continues to propel his companies beyond the reach of any other entrepreneur, with Tesla and SpaceX having weathered their shaky early growth years and now well on the road to being huge cash cows. Elon seems like a man on a mission to conquer the outer space. We will keep a close eye on these developments and will bring them to your notice as soon as they are properly documented. Always visit our YouTube channel to be first informed on these new developments. Please click in the subscribe button right now and make sure you ring the notification bell to inform you anytime we have a new video to share with you. Feel free to leave your comment in the line below and let us know the next topic you will like us to show you. By watching our content and commenting on our channel, you stand a chance of winning an iPhone 12 Pro Max. Thanks for watching and bye for now.